And we're back, and we're taking a look at the new Losi Super Lasernut. 1/6 scale U4 rock racer. This is brand new. It's part of their super size line where they have the Super Rock Ray, the Baja Ray. So this is part of that series. It is on a totally different platform from what I can tell, so it doesn't really share many parts from that. I think it's based off the 8 scale buggy, but we'll get more into that when we open it up. There isn't much to look at on the box, front and rear. I mean, the box is huge. It was hard to get in a spot where I could film it, but the box has the front picture here, the back of the buggy on the back side, some slight information here or there. Actually doesn't have as much information as a lot of other ones, so there isn't really much use in staring too much at the box. It does tell you what you need to complete. You need 2 3S lipos. It won't take a single 6S, I don't think, but possibly. But everywhere I've read, it recommends 2 3S lipos. You need a charger. You can also get it in bundles. Other than that, it comes with everything else. So we want to get this opened up and take a look at it. Initial review of the box is it's a little dark. If I was to go into a shop and look at this, you can't really see much detail in the pictures. And I kind of like a lighter background so I can see everything. Losi's notorious for doing dark colored boxes. Not really my preference, but it's not about the box, it's about what's inside. So we're going to crack this open and see what we get. This will be my first Losi 1/6 scale of this size. Oh yeah, this thing's monstrous. Let's see, so here we got the remote. So the truck does come with the DX3, which means it has a telemetry for the battery, all the adjustment knobs. This is a little bit better radio than the SLT3, but not by much, but it does have the telemetry. Foam wheel. Get out the big cardboard. Okay. Down here we just got the manual. Get the box out of the way here. And there it is. Now this thing is huge. First impressions is the size is pretty cool. They always look bigger in life than you can think of online. This thing is pretty massive. Got a pretty firm compound tire. It's not soft. I'm guessing for a vehicle this size it needs to be. Very hard foam inserts. Yeah, let's get it tilted up so we can kind of see the side profile. I do like the wheels. They'll probably get beat up pretty good, so they probably won't look good for long. They got a nice 17mm nut that has a cap on it, so it actually shows the race line lasered onto it. It's an aluminum nut. That looks pretty cool. I would say the graphics look pretty decent. They already have a few little scuffs on them for whatever reason on the sides. Turn it around this way. So it's a full-size spare tire. Totally usable. Probably a good bash bumper. Spin it around this way. There's the front view. Now this is supposed to be based. This is supposed to be based on 8 scale buggy platform. But obviously I believe it would have longer arms because it's hugely wide compared to a normal 8-scale buggy. So I would guess the arms are not the same as the Losi 8, the new one they just come out with. Okay, so let's go over the features that we can see on this right away. It has lower H-arms, front and rear, with upper tie rods. They're steel. They look like pretty decent. They're probably like 4.5 millimeters. Steering looks a little bit thinner, so probably a 4 to 3.5. It has universals up front. So you got universal drive shafts in the front. So we got cast aluminum front knuckles, plastic C-hubs. We got front sway bar, aluminum shock tower. Now we're just looking at what we can from right now till we get around to popping the body up. So in the rear, same kind of arm setup with the links, dog bone rear drive shafts. It also has an aluminum rear shock tower, threaded aluminum shock bodies with aluminum caps. Has a faux winch underneath here. It's kind of cool, I guess. It's right here. Sway bar. Let's take a look at the bottom. So it is an aluminum chassis with some chamfered edges right through here. Just very plain on the bottom, nothing fancy down there. No laser printing or anything crazy. Slightly bent up in the front, but other than that, it's just solid and flat, which is going to be pretty cool for not getting any marks or anything hanging up. The detail of the body is pretty nice. You see this is all a molded hard plastic rear vents here. This is Lexan. The rest of this is Lexan. We got a molded hard plastic vent here. Lexan hood, Lexan roof, and a Lexan rear piece here with some hard pieces on it. Does have some scale details like the fire extinguishers on both sides. Have the mirrors. Those will probably get snapped off maybe. They kind of stick out a little bit. Has LED lights, and they actually have lights in them. We also have an LED light bar up top. We have you can't really see it, but there's a faux winch inside there. All in all, outside it's pretty good looking. We'll do a quick size comparison in a minute. So it does have this hinged body system, which must only hinge up if you take the tire off. We'll take the tire off and see if that was holding it up. Yep, so you have to remove the rear tire to get the body up. That's sort of a bummer. It's almost like an extra buddy clip. And this is what we got underneath. It's actually pretty plain under here. It's got just a plastic center chassis brace front to rear. You can tell this is a fully extended platform. We got a brushless motor with a aluminum heat sink, but no fans. Don't know why they cheapened out on the fans. It's pretty common for vehicles this size to just come standard with some motor fans, especially the Armas and stuff do. 150 amp brushless ESC. We got a Spectrum 2050 2000 kV motor, brushless motor. We got an S905. This is a 1/5 scale size servo. Metal Gear digital servo is all it says. It does have an aluminum servo horn. That's nice. Adjustable link there. Pretty plain under here. I mean, the body has got to be where all the money is on this, because all I see is an extended 8-scale buggy, which is not bad. I mean, it is good. Hopefully, durability wise, it'll hold up, and I don't see anything that stands out that it won't. But there isn't a lot of fancy stuff going on under here, nothing spectacular. It's just a plain extended 8-scale buggy, plastic brace, nothing aluminum. It's got a dual battery mount, so this is why you have to run dual. So you run one here and one here. That's kind of unique. That is not something that's been commonly done. Usually it's a stacked system, but to have them on one side is kind of cool. Would make them easier to get in. Nice Velcro mounts. You can see it does have the lights all wired, nice and clean all the way through. You can see those aluminum shock towers. And it is like a gray, just a typical Losi gray. Yeah, nothing special under here. Looks pretty good. Let's take a look at the underside of the body. Tilt it up. So it has this whole inner structure, this full cage in there. Interiors, Lexan polycarbonate. You can see the wires are all routed. Pretty clean. I'd say most of the money in this thing has got to be in the body, wheels and tires. Just getting the details right. One thing I didn't point out that is cool is this fabric. Back up a little bit. That I didn't point out is this fabric window mesh. That's actually a nice, cool touch. Not something you see too common that I know of. It's kind of cool. It is on both sides. Alright, let's just quickly go over what comes in the bag. You get your wrench, your wheel nut wrench, some other things, just a typical Allen keys. This must be, looks like a shock tool, and not sure what this is, but that looks like a piece of metal. I'm not totally sure what those two pieces are right there, or what they go to. Comes with 4 AA's and your manual. I'm going to guess this manual is probably pretty basic. Here's an addendum sheet that tells you how to install the batteries and which way to run the sway bar, the faux sway bar. Manual is very basic, kind of tells you maybe how to load the batteries. Addendum shows you how to do the rear sway bars, how to put batteries, how to turn it on, calibration. Nothing too crazy in this manual. Here's the option parts and the blow-ups if you need to order parts. Yeah, pretty basic, but it'll get the job done. Losi sticker. And registration card. And that's it, guys. We're going to take this out and get it running. This video there really isn't anything too in-depth to go in on this. This is a pretty straightforward 8-scale buggy that's been converted into something else. Yes, it is not a total 8-scale buggy, but it's got all the guts and stuff of an 8-scale buggy. Their new Losi 8XX or something like that. And but the body is where it shines. Obviously it's got, I'm pretty sure, wider arms, bigger tires, and it is a massive rig. I mean, it's huge. Let's see if we can show you just an example in this video of the size of this thing. So the Super Lasernut compared to a 1/10 scale Axial SEX10 Pro, if that gives you an idea of the size. Turn it sideways. Pretty good size comparison there. Another thing to compare it to would be the Mini LMT. That gives you an idea how big it is. The tires are taller than the Mini LMT by 3/4 of an inch at least. So yeah, there's a size comparison for you. Okay guys, that's it. We're going to take this out and run it. I got batteries charged. That'll be in another video, a separate one. So please like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching.